All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here talking about real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. All right, music to listen to for people who want some quality rock. Cimarron 615, Brand New Distance. If you know the backstory to this, this is almost like a continuation of the band Poco in some ways. Obviously, they don't sound exactly like Poco, but this is really the spirit of what the guys in Poco left behind when they left planet Earth, talking specifically about Rusty Young and the great Paul Cotton. Brand New Distance. I think it came out like a couple of years ago. This is really good. So, again, just a recommendation. It may not be in your wheelhouse. I'm going to be talking about the Doobie Brothers, so I figured it would be a good time to share that album. So, this is kind of big news for fans of old school quality rock, as I'm now referring to it. So, they're announcing their first album with Michael McDonald in 4 decades. That is big news. You know, I had One Step Closer on vinyl. I was so into this band uh, back around that time, just waiting for that album to come out. And for some, it was kind of disappointing. It was still good to me, though. I still look back fondly at that era. And music, by the way, that they don't play on the radio anymore. You don't hear "Real Love" by the Doobie Brothers ever on any radio station, which is a shame because I'm pretty sure it was like a top five song. But anyway, so the album is going to be called Walk This Road, and it'll be their first with Michael McDonald in more than 40 years. Pat Simmons out there saying season's greetings. It's hard to believe another year just shot by like a rocket. We're currently celebrating almost 56 years together as a band. Now, unlike a lot of bands that I talk about, the Doobie Brothers aren't cringe. Uh, these guys can still sing. Pat Simmons, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, and to have a great musician like John McPhee still in the fold, again, adds and lends even more credibility to what the Doobies are still doing. Of course, recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame about 20 years after they should have been inducted. I mean, it's just bizarre. Um, Simmons says 2024 was very good to us. We were so lucky to start our touring season opening shows in the UK with the Eagles. Yes, that is a good pairing. When we returned home, we jumped right into our usual tour schedule, working with others, including Robert Cray and Steve Winwood. Holy crap, Batman. That's a good double bill of quality rock right there. Uh, in 2025, this train keeps rolling down the track, and we're almost ready to release our new album entitled Walk This Road. So there's the album title for you, Walk This Road, sometime after the first of the year. He says, we have 10 new songs sung by Tom, Michael, and Pat. That's awesome. The three of us wrote songs and collaborated together. Now, you have to go back to probably Taking It to the Streets or maybe Living on the Fault Line to have those three guys really prominent. Tom was there for Minute by Minute, but he didn't do a whole lot. I mean, he may have contributed to a couple of songs. I'll have to go back and listen. But the bottom line is it's been a long time since those three guys were together. Some would say that Michael kind of pushed Tom out, but Tom had health issues at the time. And later on, Tom did seem like he wasn't happy with the direction the band was going in with Michael in it. I think he told Dick Clark on American Bandstand that, he thought the Doobies were making good music, but wasn't his kind of music or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how he put it, but he was being diplomatic, I think. And obviously, they brought Tom back for that farewell live album they did, because I remember hearing the live version of China Grove, and I was like, man, they really need to just all get back together again. McDonald was part of the Doobies' 2014 album of reimagined songs. The album is called Southbound. I'm not a big fan of when bands go in and redo their material, unless it's like an unplugged thing. But I think they brought outsiders in as well to record that album. I'm looking forward to new material from this vintage band that has made a lot of quality rock over the years. Toulouse Street, one of my favorite albums. But I do have the vinyl actually of Living on the Fault Line, which a lot of people forget about. That time period had a really cool sound. I mean, the production value, all that stuff. So we'll see what it sounds like. I'm, again, a big fan of this band, and they do have a little bit of gas in the tank still. I don't know how many years they can keep going, but I don't know, maybe another 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't know. This is just pretty unprecedented. A lot of these bands like Chicago and the Doobie Brothers and the Eagles, they're getting into like uncharted territory. I mean, you got the Stones, right? The Stones have been there for 60 something years. So I guess these guys can shoot for 60, but that's excessive. Just is. Anyway, and they'll get just incredibly big crowds this year, and people will pay the money. So here's Cimarron 615, Brand New Distance. I'm pretty sure these guys are based out of Nashville, but I could be wrong about that. This is another band carrying the legacy of the band Poco forward, and it's too bad that we lost Paul and Randy, I believe, almost at the same time that year. I'm just a huge fan of Poco, so that was kind of a real bummer for me. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching the channel. Please don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. I'm kind of rebuilding things from the ground up. And I need subs, I need patrons, I need coffee. So the buy me a coffee function, it's been helpful. I've had some coffee buyers as of late, as people rediscover or find me after looking for me, and they weren't able to find me. But here I am, and I'm grateful as we wrap up 2024. It's been a weird year, but I decided to give this another go. So we'll see what happens in 2025. It's cool if it doesn't work out. Yeah, I'll find something else to do, because at that point I'll realize, hey, you had a good run. Like a lot of jobs, you had a good run, and I enjoy doing this. So who knows? Maybe I'll just pop up somewhere and do the occasional video if this doesn't work out, just to kind of keep my toes in the water, so to speak. But thanks to everybody for 2024, especially the patrons who literally just kept me going over the last couple of months. You guys are the best.